Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Erin. I go by Erin the Urban Mermaid. I'm a mother, writer. I'm a 5D soul coach. I am an esoteric healer. I am an intuitive empath, and I am a spiritual business mentor. I'm the creator of the Grounded and Glam series, in which I guide my fellow empaths and light workers on their healing and spiritual and personal development journey, and so that they could unlearn all their conditioning, teach themselves, show themselves how to heal, so that they could shine their beautiful lights back into this world as leaders of the new earth. I have a monthly membership program called the Grounded and Glam membership. I also do intuitive tarot and birth chart readings. So, again, thank you for joining me. If you're tuning in, this is the Grounded and Glam Capricorn Sun Goddess reading. So, I started this last month, where every time the sun changes zodiac signs, I'm doing a reading surrounding that. So that doesn't mean that only Capricorns can be watching this. This just is getting the energy of Capricorn and what's going on for all of us in the next 30 days or so, as long as the sun is in Capricorn. So let me talk to you guys a little bit about Capricorn. I'm actually a Capricorn rising, and I have a Sagittarius stellium. I am Sagittarius 12th house. So I am a lot of fire. I have three placements in Scorpio. I have my moon in the eighth house. So um, when I, joke about Capricorn being my rising, I say only Saturn and Capricorn can buckle down the rest of my free spirited philosopher, spiritual teacher self, to buckle me down and ground me down. It's where I get all of my ambition from, my motivation. If anyone knows me in real life, the very last thing you would describe me as is lazy. So let me go into a little bit about Capricorn. Capricorn is a cardinal air sign, which means they are excellent at being the ones to take action on. I'm sorry, it's not a cardinal air sign. Take that back. It is a cardinal earth sign. And that means they are excellent at taking action, being the first to take action. And being that they're earth sign, they're one of the more grounded signs. So, like I mentioned, they are ruled by Saturn, and together, Saturn and Capricorn rule the 10th house. The 10th house, traditionally, it's like the house of your reputation, is the best way to put it. So it's the face that you're putting onto the world, how the world is judging you, so to say. But it's also, when it comes to business, it's like, how are you climbing the corporate ladder? What is your motivation? What is your ambition? And what is your success? It is the 10th sign of the zodiac. Um, so, Saturn is the father of the zodiac. Saturn and Capricorn are the father of the zodiac. So they get this reputation of being a hard ass. And what it is they really just want to see you be your best self. They want you to be motivated. They want you to be ambitious, but they really want you to succeed. And the good thing about Capricorn is it's someone who has uh, the resistance or the longevity to see a project out to the end. So they're not going to be someone who starts and quits. They're going to have the patience to fully see projects through till the end and stay motivated and stay ambitious. They're kind of the old soul of the zodiac. Many people who are like older Capricorns, you'll notice they are very good looking. They kind of age in reverse because they're like, their beauty goes like in reverse, and then they get younger and younger. They're a very fashionable bunch. A shadow to them is they can be kind of materialistic. When I think of fashion and I think of Capricorn, I think of the iconic Diane von Furstenberg. She is an incredible designer. Her pieces are, I mean, they stand out in a crowd. Um, and Capricorn themselves, they want to come with like a touch of luxury. They're always going to have a little bit of class and elegance to them, as orderly and responsible and disciplinarian as they are. So um, they also they're good at focusing on the bigger picture. So as we move through our signs in the zodiac, we have someone like Virgo, who's also an earth sign, who's really good at the details of things. And then like you have someone like a Sagittarius who like can only see the bigger picture of things. So fun, because I have a Virgo moon, Sagittarius sun, and a Capricorn rising. But Capricorn also focuses on the bigger picture, which is why I mentioned they have the sustainability to see projects through. They get a goal and they go for it, and they are ambitious through and through. They're super, super orderly. They're usually very, very clean people. They're also very loyal and committed people. Um, Now, some of their shadowier sides is they are a more serious sign. As I mentioned, they are the father of the zodiac. And sometimes they can be a little bit on the somber side, like a little Eeyore-ish, a little depressing. They could be a little bit cold, a little bit strict, and a little bit unforgiving, but that's just the nature of the Capricorn. And see, I never like to say things are good or bad because I don't like to polarize or bring that duality to things. I believe that anything that is bad is really just a shadow to be worked through, right? Okay, so I am going to start our reading, our grounded and glam um, Capricorn Sun Goddess reading. So I have 3 decks of cards out right now. I do want to share the first one that I'm working with because I am in love. This is the Soul Cards Tarot deck. It's created by Christine Friedheim. I could be pronouncing her last name wrong. Absolutely beautiful deck. This is the artwork. This is the blush one. It's gold and blush. It's absolutely beautiful. I picked these up on Black Friday when they are on sale. And I also got her black and her white deck. And I mean, they just called to me. I've wanted them for over a year. So again, these are the soul cards, and the Instagram is at Soul Life Tarot. I totally urge you guys to check them out because I just love them. So I already did some meditating on the sign of Capricorn in the next 30 days, but what I'd like to do really quickly as I give this deck another shuffle, because I also do have, you guys know I like to read with the Ethereal Visions, that Art Nouveau deck. And then I also have the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann, who I just get tons of downloads from him. I love the artsiness to them and the femininity. So I'm just going to shuffle these ones up a little bit more. Excuse me. Spirit guides, guardian angels, archangels, I call you in now. And I ask you to please guide me through a clear and concise reading. May I be the vessel that channels your messages for this Capricorn zodiac sun period. Okay, so why don't we get this started? All right, 7 of Swords. Ooh, we're getting cracking from right on. Okay, so a lot of times people will pull in the tarot deck, they'll pull the Hermit. I'm sorry, not the Hermit. They'll pull the Hanged Man, or they'll pull the Death, or they'll pull the Tarot card or the Devil, and they'll get really scared. Not the cards to be scared of. The 7 of Swords is indicative of a betrayal or someone misleading you or misleading information. Now, again, I don't like to call any card in the deck bad, but what I'm getting is this is time, especially this today when I'm filming this, it's Cancer new moon, Cancer full moon. I think by the time it drops, it will be out of the Cancer moon. But we're going into 2021, and I think this is a good reflection of this past year as the collective. Where were we lied to? Where were we betrayed? Where were we not shown the right information? Where were things kept in the shadows from us? Where were we lied to? So again, I don't like to call this a bad card. So why are these shadows coming up, and why are they still wounding us? Why have we not done the shadow work yet? Let's see. So those are my questions for this 7 of Swords. So let's get a few more cards here to clarify. All right, we have the 8 of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Knight of Swords. Okay, the 8 of Pentacles. Well, we know that Pentacles are about tangible resources. It's about, it's earth sign energy. We're in this sign of Capricorn. And I mean, a lot of us, this is for me personally, this last year I spent kind of at home, but spending time in like building a foundation and really learning my craft so that I could have this business that I created, and you know, make it something that you know, living in alignment with my higher calling, so my energy exchanges would be even, that I would feel like I was getting compensated for my gifts the way I deserve. So I was just shuffling up this other deck and I got two jumpers here. Page of Wands and the 10 of Wands. Okay. So just to clarify, I'm just getting some more cards off this 8 of Pentacles. This building this foundation and learning your skills and craftsmanships, and Ace of Wands. Okay. So the Page of Wands is kind of like this immature state of you want to start this beginning, and but you're in this immature state. So what I'm getting is, for those of you who maybe started a business this year, or you had the ideas to do so, or you created something, the beginning of this year, you had this inspiration to go ahead and do so. Somewhere towards the middle of the year, though, you probably didn't realize how exhausting this year was going to get. You didn't realize the burden that you were going to end up carrying, and you didn't realize that you know, you didn't even realize this year was going to go the way this year was, because who could? And I want you to know that with this 10 of Wands card, the heaviest burdens are given to the people only who can carry them. So it's not a bad thing. Yes, it can be exhausting and you could feel like you're breaking your back, but you can do this because the universe knows you can. The universe knows how strong you are. They never give you stuff that you cannot handle. You can always handle it. So with that, we have the Ace of Wands. So I pulled 3 wand cards. This is inspiration. This is passion. This is something in the beginning of the year that was igniting us to start and lay the foundation and come into our skills and our craftsmanship. And the Ace of Wands was, I mean, it was just the beginning of this journey that we had. And we really ignited something. We ignited some creativity in ourselves. Let me get some cards on this Ace of Wands here. 10 of Cups. And the Sun. Oh, so the 10 of Cups is our happy family, and the Sun is our beautiful, bright new day. So the Ace of Wands, this idea, this this business, this time that we spent at home, even though at times it felt really burdensome, at the end of the day, we have our happy family, and it brought our families closer together. And because of that, we get this beautiful, bright new day and this beautiful, bright new beginning in our family life. Wow, that's really beautiful. Okay, so I want to move on to the Hermit, though. Now, the Hermit is about introspection. The Hermit has to learn to trust that the light that he's carrying is going to guide him on his path, and trust his inner intuition and do some introspection, do some thinking, do some shadow work, journaling. This is kind of Virgo energy. So let's get a couple cards on the Hermit. What do we need to know about the Hermit? Page of Swords, 2 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Wow. So I'm noticing this pattern here. So for the first leg, I pulled all the swords, and this leg the first leg I pulled all the wands, about passion and igniting this beautiful fire and creating something, this big picture. And here for the Hermit, I'm pulling all swords, which is about communication. So the Page of Swords, again, is like this, it's like this immature way of communicating. You haven't really learned all your lessons yet when it comes to communication. And because of that, you need to. You need to go into that hermit mode, and you need to do that introspection so that you ascend and you essentially clear up your karmic debts surrounding this communications. And the way we do that is 2 of Swords is sitting with our choices blindly, meaning trusting our intuition. that no matter what choice we make, we are making the one for our highest good, and we can never be taken off the path we're meant to be taken. Um, and sometimes trusting our intuition can give us some anxiety. The Nine of Swords, I jokingly always say, is the Sunday scaries because I compare the feelings. So sometimes, we're not living in 5D, and because maybe we're in 4D, because we do still live on planet Earth, which is the third dimension, and it's hard to always stay in that fifth dimension, no matter how much the work we do. Some days we slip through all levels of consciousness and we don't even realize it, because sometimes for us to let go, it's really hard. We have anxiety to totally trust our own intuition. So let's get some cards surrounding this Nine of Swords and the Sunday scaries and this anxiety that's coming up. The Hanged Man, the Queen of Wands. Wow. So what I'm seeing here is we need to sit with our choices a little bit more. If we feel stuck, it's because we're choosing to be there. And we're choosing to be there because we need to do more of the introspection with ourselves so that we feel more confident in making our decisions from our intuition and releasing that control that we all are so programmed to think that we have and need. So that we kind of can embody this Queen of Wands. Whenever I see the King and Queen cards, I know that they're people who have done a lot of work and been through a lot of shit on their journeys, and they don't get to the King and Queen status just for no reason. And the Queen of Wands is really like, she's the spiritual teacher, and she's spiritually knowledgeable, and she does trust her intuition. She trusts her guides, is what I'm getting, that we need to start trusting our guides a little bit more, because on this card she has her little cat right here, and I'm getting that he's a spirit guide, and we need to talk and communicate with our spirit guides a little bit more this month so that we feel more comfortable trusting our intuition. All right, so Knight of Swords. So again, the Knight and the Page are like immature cards. And I don't mean necessarily like I'm talking about a person. I can mean a state of consciousness, I can mean a state of mind, I can mean like immature in planning. So let's see what the Knight of Swords has for us. The Empress, Queen of Pentacles, Two of Cups. Okay. So the Knight of Swords is telling me not to rush into anything too quickly. And the Empress is saying, the Empress is here. She is like embodying femininity. She is like Venus vibe. She is Mama Gaia. She is fertile, not just physically, but she has these creative, lush ideas, and she's here to birth a new age for all of us. She's here to help us understand the age of Aquarius that is coming, and the new age that we're birthing. And she's telling us also it's okay to trust our intuition. Followed by the Queen of Pentacles. And again, she's someone who's been on her journey, and now she's become like this mom boss lady. Like if you could merge Martha Stewart with like whoever you consider a super mom and whoever you consider a super businesswoman, she's like that CEO soccer mom. There you go. And that's essentially what we're birthing here is the balance between home and work life, and still making it happen, both happen, and finding this balance and this duality in these new times. And then to pull the Two of Cups is about, the relationship. That's what I'm seeing, these two relationships coming together in union and being more balanced. So in this Capricorn season, what I'm really seeing is, um, coming to a little bit more balance with our family and work lives, and taking the lessons that we learned throughout the year. um, you know Learning that our burdens are just shadow work we need to work through, and that we're never given anything that we can't handle. And if we saw this time as an opportunity to, grow and flourish our families, or at least be with our families, and we get this beautiful bright new day. And we do have to lean into that intuition a little bit more, and while it is hard to trust that, we just have to do some more introspection. Again, I was getting a big shadow work journaling for everyone. But we're really birthing this new age, and we're about to have some more balance in our work and family lives. So I'm going to switch decks, um, over to the Muse Tarot, and I would just want to pull a couple final cards here. Can I pull a card to, about the balance that is going to come, the work and family balance? Again, I think this is coming through so strongly, being in Capricorn season, and today being the Cancer moon, Cancer being the mother, Capricorn being the father. Wow, 10 of Cups. So that's the second time I pulled the 10 of Cups here, and I'm getting there's going to be a happy family moment, and we're going to make decisions, and we're going to be balancing things that it's going to be better for our families, because we don't want to be Five of Emotions, because we don't want to feel sad anymore about the way things were going. We want our happy family, we want balance in our lives. Let me just pull one more. Yeah, the Tower. uh Whatever is not aligning with making this family and work life work has to go. Simple as that. We cannot continuously stay in, a state of chaos and expect, life to be easy, or even expect change. So we have to purge, and releasing during this time is wonderful. Releasing before you go into the new year, releasing during the full moon is a really great thing. So I want to pull one more card for you guys, kind of pull together why the Seven of Swords happened and what we were supposed to learn from it. Three of Swords. I'm laughing because these are the two cards that everyone's like, why is this showing up? So the wounds that we've felt this year, we need to do the work to release them. That's the bottom line. Why did these betrayals upset us? What is being reflected back to us? What is the mirror? And how can we release these negative feelings and emotions that they make us feel, so that we can have this happy family and happy work life when we go forward? Wow. Okay. Well, all right. All right. I want to say thank you so much for joining me again for the Capricorn Sun Goddess reading. You can, I'd be amazing if you guys could like, share, subscribe, rate, whatever you do on here. I'm actually going to pull an oracle card. That is what I'm going to do. And kind of just get an oracle message for everyone. I am using the Starseed Oracle deck from Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. I just felt like it was fitting with this age of Aquarius, coming upon us, and most of us, many of us, star seeds and light workers, ascending and being called to duty right now. So what I'm going to do is pull this oracle card to close out the reading. Higher Earth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. So I normally don't read from the books. I think I did last time too. So you're probably like, yeah, right. But I kind of don't know much about this, and I would like to shed some light for you guys. So hang on one second. Okay. Higher Earth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. I'm probably saying this wrong too. Higher Earth is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for home or a place to which we cannot return. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in starseeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to, a place that they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for the unity of Source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, relationships, a journey to find somewhere they truly belong. If you resonate with this yearning for home, but don't really know where home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on Earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone, and your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. Wow. All right. So I know my fellow star seeds and light workers, Palladians, Arcturians, Orions, Lemurians. I'm with you guys. I'm actually not sure which star seed I am. I always felt like I resonated with Arcturians and Palladians. Um, your whole life you kind of go feeling like something slightly off and being here on Earth, like you don't belong. And, if you're lucky enough to find out about this information, you realize, wow, this all makes so much sense. So we are being called to be fully present because our souls chose to incarnate here and now. So what I am going to do is, since I would like to get some more information surrounding that card, the Higher Earth card, and what star seeds and and light workers are being called to do for this coming month, I am going to be doing an extended reading for my members. I host the Grounded and Glam membership. If you'd like to join and get the rest of this reading for free, you can join on my website, www.erintheurbanmermaid, and my membership tab. Any level of membership will get you access to the extended readings, which are done in the Grounded and Glam Facebook temple for members only. And also, if you would like to get in contact with me, you could reach me on my website, which is www.erintheurbanmermaid, or on Instagram at erintheurbanmermaid. All of these are linked below. Thank you so much for joining me. The next Sun Goddess reading will be in the sign of Aquarius, which I'm super excited for, since we are right here at that age of Aquarius, and there are going to be 7 planets at one point in Aquarius next year. So I would like you all to have a happy new year. Like I mentioned, today is the Cancer full moon, blessed full moon, and wishing you all love and light. Thank you so much for tuning in.